Hi, I'm Peter P.T. Townend. Not only am I the first world surfing champ, but I love this sport right here in Huntington Beach. We're going to celebrate the sport, its culture, lifestyle, and the amazing surfers that came before and after me that hit the waves around the world, including here in Surf City. We're going to share the PT collection with you on Surf Scene.
Welcome to the Sugar Shack. I think everyone in Huntington Beach, if not the world, has been to the Sugar Shack. And we're going to have a great show today with the Turner brothers. Tales with the Turners. Look at this. I did this collage of all the things that these two characters have done through the years, from making movies to exploring in Indonesia, and they're still doing it. Great to have you boys at the show. And I got to start with the older brother. So you tell me, who went to Indo first, you or Timmy?
We went together.
For burning the map?
No, we went, Timmy just before I graduated high school, and me, Timmy, Dustin.
So you guys were teenagers. You were still you were still in the high school surf team.
Yep, we were surf team. And Brandon Tipton, yeah.
And then someone approached Timmy about doing burning the map, right, Timmy?
That was a few years later.
No, we just made a plan to come back and make a movie.
After you'd been there, you went, we need to make a movie about this stuff.
We went there twice already, and we're like, okay, the third time will be a charm.
How are we gonna keep the dream alive? Keep
Make
on
a movie and get some
just
money?
keep traveling.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
So what was it like back then? You did burning the map. It was still in 1999. You know, like, and you're in high school. What were the adventures like? You know, like just getting a passport and going through all that stuff. In those days, it was so different to it is now.
It was basic. It just, you went and you did it. There's nothing to it.
So you kept doing that then, and Ryan, you were in that first one. Then you did the Ombak, right? And you guys went back again.
Yep.
And so now it kept going. Those first ones, how were the waves? I mean, where did you guys surf?
We just went all over. We started in Sumbawa and Lakey's. That was like our home base, and we just fell in love with the people, the food, the waves were insane, and it was like we always said it's like being a junkie or something. We just wanted to keep. How are we gonna make it? To keep going back all summer, and our mom was and dad, they're so supportive and cool. Like we'd work all winter and come and go to school, and then summer times. Well, the first trip it was me and him, and then after that we had the tag team just working in the summers.
So those first two movies, Timmy, you did Burning the Map with the guy up in LA, and then you did Ombak. But did you find One Palm Point in those first two films?
No, in '99 we went on a trip to Panayatan, and that's when we we saw how
you heard about it.
The potential. We saw it in a magazine, so we wanted to go there for the right.
I brought it in Australian magazine. I was over in Oz. I said, look at this place.
You had to go find this place?
Yeah.
Well, being Panayatan Point, being a right-hander, you were all over that.
Man.
Well, you didn't go for second thoughts though when they got it insane.
Oh my
We
God.
called them though.
Yeah.
They called you.
I remember him and
Brett and Travis.
Like, I showed up one time, maybe it was during it, and Travis and they were camping, but I don't even know if that was second thought. Yeah, it was part of it, and I showed up on a feral boat and they were camping, and I jumped off and went into the jungle, and they were trying to chase pigs with machetes. I'm like, dude, they've lost their mind. But no, it was awesome. And
So now we get to the point where you're going to do second thoughts, Timmy, all right? So now it seemed like you had a bit more of a serious plan. I remember Coach Fedone invited me to come to Duke's to have dinner with you, and we were talking about second thoughts, right? And you kind of had all the footage except for, I don't know if you had the Panayatan Point yet. I don't know if you had it by then. You had good one palm. You'd already had good One Palm, and you had that on film. But then we were talking about, you know, you're going to make a real movie. And I got to say this, what was really funny, you sent me the first cut and it had that U2 song on it. And I went, you can't use that song. I go, if you really want this movie to like be a big hit. And then you went and found guys, which I think is really classic. You found guys like Dirty Heads and Yovi. And I still have the CD, the Dirty Heads one with it written on in felt pen. How did you find those guys? How did you let them know?
Well, Dirty Heads was family friends. We're always friends with them. And Yovi, Dustin found.
Right.
Dustin got from Trans World.
Right, and then that ended up being the opening song of the movie.
That's one thing that was epic. Dustin finding Yovi.
Yeah, well, you know they've regrouped again. They just come out with a new CD. Well, it's all on the internet these days, but actually I think they have CDs as well. It's funny to look forward now, and like Dirty Heads is huge. I mean, they're like headlining, and it all started in Second Thought. So then you get, I think then it was such a success. Remember, you got Surfer Magazine's Video of the Year. We sold a whole lot of copies, remember? The checks were good there for you for a while, right? Yeah. And then, unfortunately, we had the incredible tsunami situation in Indo. And you went and made a film with Christian McHugh called Tsunami Diaries.
Ed McHugh.
He's around still. So, out of that though, and that was a great film, it was in the Newport Film Festival, but out of that, tell us the story about you got sick. Did it come, people ask this, did it come from Tsunami Diaries or was it something totally different?
No, it came from breaking my ankle at the wave machine down in San Diego.
Oh, at the standing wave?
Yes, the standing wave. Then going into surgery and trying to be an athlete still and swimming around the pier during the runoff, the rain and the dirty water ate through my sinuses and ate through my bone. That's why they had to cut out my bone of my skull and throw it in the trash and replace it with a synthetic skull.
Those were crazy times, Ryan. What did you think when all that was going? Were you worried about your brother?
Yeah, I was a crazy man. He was in a coma or induced coma for a couple months. And
I remember you guys were going down I went down to Hogue a few times too.
My mom and dad are living there in a camper. That winter, the waves were incredible. Like, I think that was the year Taylor Knox maybe surfed that $50,000 wave at Toto's. If I remember correct. No?
I don't think so.
It was just a crazy...
You remember, you were in a coma.
No, it wasn't that year.
Because I know that wave.
It was a crazy winter though. I remember me and Nichols like ran the jet ski and we're towing Sea Point. It was like just messing around. Seal broke like 60 days that winter, and there's fights on the beach and lifeguards are telling you can't be out here on the jet ski. I don't know. It was just crazy times.
Timmy, what do you remember about that whole window of time? Does it seem like it just didn't happen? Or, I mean...
No, I remember one thing is at 5 o'clock, it'd get light, and then 6 o'clock, it'd get dark, and then for some reason, it would just be light for an hour, and then it'd be nighttime. I don't know if I said that correctly, but it would go dark, and then it would go light for 1 hour, and then the rest would be nighttime.
So how long did you have that feeling for though? Like it must have,
I don't know, it must have been curtains in and out, but it was 3 months of me being in recovering.
Came out of that though and decided to make Cold Thought because the doctors told you, right, that wouldn't be a good idea to go back to the tropics.
Exactly.
And so now you started chasing cold weather in Canada, Iceland, right? There's the great image you used on the poster of you standing under an ice wave in Iceland. So you were looking for the magic session, like Peniten Point. That never did really happen, right?
Nope, never happened. Chased it, but it didn't come.
But were you happy in the end with the movie? Because I remember we showed it again at the high school, just like when we had done Second Thoughts.
Yeah, it's all put behind me, and there's no fights, and there's no issues, and the movie never came out, so I'm happy. No money involved, and that's perfect.
So do you want to make another movie?
If I made another movie, it'd be with my son and his daughter, my niece, and
Second generation Turners.
yes, at Second Thought, you know,
What
at the islands.
What about Ryder?
No, and Ryder.
Call it second generation.
Insane.
insane and insane.
And you've just come off a trip to Fiji,
Yes.
and your boy captured a wave of you pulling up, pretty good sized cloud break, right?
Yes.
Then did he get a couple too?
Yeah. No, he paddled out the bigger day.
And Ryan, you just took the family to Nicaragua, got a few down there too. So
Yeah, it's fun.
it must be cool for you guys as a family, because you got freaking grandma's got so many grandkids, right? And to be living the beach lifestyle with your kids.
I'm so excited and blessed that they want to surf again, because now we can try to shed off some of this weight and start surfing again. Surf some good waves. No, I don't know. It's fun. It's so fun. Yeah, we were down in Nicaragua still surfing and eating good food. And I just want to show them the culture too, like how we were able to get brought up. And my daughter's doing some NSAs and WSAs. She just qualified for Prime, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and our boys do the local contests here. It's just fun. We're living the beach lifestyle all over.
So here we are in the Shack, an institution on Main Street in Huntington Beach. I mean, you two are basically running it today. Grandma's gone home to take care of all the grandkids, and I see the wives in here all the time running the show every now. It's really a family business these days.
Yes, it is.
100%,
It's a family business. I got my daughters working here, 19 years old, and
I saw Jessica in here the other day, and the daughter was sweeping the floor.
There's always a
8-year-old,
Turner
Zaylin making a little money.
So the Shack must be nearly 50 years, maybe longer, right?
55, 60, close to there. I don't know.
Going to keep doing this till as long as your mum did?
I didn't even know this was going to happen. Just life goes by so quick, huh?
You guys seem like you love doing it, though. I mean, when I always walk in, and it doesn't matter which one of you is working, and the wives too, there's just a great spirit always. I mean, I'm sure when you walk behind the kitchen sometimes it's not such a great spirit, but...
No, it's such a rad community, and we're so lucky to have this lifestyle we have, and the locals and everyone to come in, and our workers, it's a good vibe. I enjoy it for sure.
We'll probably end right there with you guys and the Shack, because everyone out there, let me tell you something. If you've never eaten at the Shack, you haven't been to Huntington Beach. And it's great to have the Turner boys on today, and we'll be back with another episode real soon.
There's more of that great stuff to come, but I'm going surfing right now. There's waves out here.